Perry, now 38 years of age, a wily veteran right-hander who admitted that during a portion of his career he has indeed thrown the spitball. Tonight seeking to become only the third pitcher in the history of the game of baseball to record 100 victories in each of the two major leagues. Only 5 pitchers, none of them active, have more strikeouts than Gaylord Perry. Walter Johnson, Bob Gibson, Mickey Lolich, Jim Bunning, and Cy Young. Bunning and Young, the other two who've recorded 100 victories in each league. He's ready. Out on the mound, Ron LaFleur at the batter's box, and here for the play-by-play, Ernie Harwell.
Thank you, Paul. Here we go. Ron batting .243. Perry delivers. It's underway with a strike. Cuts the fastball above the knees on the inside corner. Gaylord started a fidgety pitcher out there. Generally takes a lot of time. The outfield is straight up on LaFleur. Harrah a little bit close at third base. The other infielders are back. Now the veteran right-hander goes into action, kicks and deals. Here's a cut and a miss by LaFleur on a letter-high pitch, and the count is strike 2. These two teams have met twice now, and the Texans have won both games. Fuentes is waiting on deck, and then it'll be the Tiger rookie, Tim Corcoran, coming to bat. Wind up by Perry. He delivers. Here's a line shot foul down to the bullpen in right field. In the infield, it's Harrah at third. Campaneris is at short. Buff Wills playing second. Will be veteran Fragosi at first base. Grieve is in right. Manikas in center field. Washington in left. John Ellis is catching tonight. And Gaylord Perry on the mound. One-time Cy Young winner, Gaylord. Now the motion, the strike 2 delivered to leadoff man LaFleur. It's the ball outside. Perry, one of the several major league pitchers who's posted 20 victories in each league during his career. LaFleur digging in, waiting. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Bounding ball, second base. Wills goes to his right, backhands it, flips over to first in time. One up and one away. LaFleur bounces to Buff Wills, the second baseman. It's Tito Fuentes. He will be batting left-handed. Tito hitting .308. Still hitting a lot better right than he is left-handed. Almost a divergence there of 100 points. He's over 100 points. He's hitting .377 right-handed. He's hitting .260 as a left-hand batter. Manikas, the center fielder, has moved over toward left center. Gaylord with a pinch of the rosin bag, scraping his flanks out on the slab, looking in to get his sign. One out, nobody on, first inning. The pitch is cut on and missed. He swung late. Cloudy skies in Arlington, the final game of this 2-game set. Tigers' journey to Cincinnati tomorrow will be on the air with that exhibition game as the Bird, Mark Fidrich, makes his 77 debut. He'll be used in relief. Here's the strike 1 delivery. Backs him off. It is a 1-1 count on Fuentes. Hugh Decker, the plate umpire this evening. Prance at first base, Bremigan at second, and Clark at third. Gaylord into action. The pitch on the way. Tito fouls it off on the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on him. Tigers are now even against their own division, the East. They're 9-9. But they have not fared that well against the Western teams. They've won 5 and lost 10. Going through all his gyrations out there on the mound now. Goes into the windup and delivers. Low curve hit to Wills again. He short hops it. Fires over to first. In time, 2 up and 2 down the same way. And the rookie, Tim Corcoran, coming to bat. This will be his major league debut right here. Tim had a sensational spring training. Batted .378, and then he batted exactly the same thing at Evansville. Well, the Tigers decided to bring him up. The announcement made this morning. Young man from Covina, California. He's 24 years old. And broke in at Bristol in 74. He's made his way through the Tiger farm system. Left-hand batter waiting, and the pitch is a ball into close ball one. C-O-R-A-N, Corcoran. 31 games at Evansville. He batted .378. 7 home runs and 34 runs batted in. And got off to a slow start at bat. Now the motion by Perry. The pitch is a ball high, 2-0, the count on Tim. Waiting on deck is Ben Oglivie. 2 down, nobody on. The first 2 Tigers going out the same way, second to first here in the opening inning. So Mr. Perry about ready to deal again. He winds and pitches. Here's a ball in close, the fastball. 3-0, the count on Corcoran. Gaylord making him wait a little bit. Now goes into the wind-up and pitches. Here's a strike. He got the inside corner. You remember Gaylord Perry is the center of a lot of controversy about whether he threw the spitter or not. That's died down a little bit in the last couple of years. Corcoran digging in to wait on a 3-1 delivery with 2 out and none on. He takes a walk, ball 4. It was high, so his first time up is not a time at bat. Tim Corcoran draws a walk. Ben Oglivie, still with that bad bruise on his right arm coming to bat. Ben struck out every time he batted last night, dropping his average to .262. He says his arm feels a little bit better tonight, but it is still very sore. Outfield slightly around the right on him. Corcoran at first base, and Fregosi will hold on the bag with him. Tim edges off. Fair-sized lead over there at first. And Oglivie takes the ball low, ball 1. Mark the Bird Fidrich doing his chirping from the dugout step. Now the set by Perry. Runner goes. The ball is hit to the right field side. Bump. Wills can't get it. It's on into right field. Corcoran rounding second, heads to third. Oglivie turns and holds at first with a hit-and-run single. Just past the outstretched glove of Wills, who went far to his left but couldn't reach it. And the Tigers have 2 men on and 2 men out. They're at first and third. First inning, and Steve Kemp, who drove in a run in the first inning yesterday, comes up. Kemp hitting .272. This will be his 32nd Tiger game. 5 home runs at 18 runs batted in. Gaylord going back for the Rosenbach for a moment. He won 15 last year and lost 14. Best year recently was at Cleveland in 72 when he picked up 24 victories. That was his first year in the American League. Here's a ball low. Ball 1, the count on Kemp. Perry has been pitching in the professional ranks since 1958. Right now, Ellis wants to go out and chat with him. Conference is over. John Ellis behind the bat again. Kemp waiting on the 1-0 delivery. Man on third, Corcoran. Man on first, Oglivie. There's a line shot, base hit, right field. The run will score. Kemp delivers again. Corcoran comes home. The ball gets to the fence. Grieve having trouble picking it up. Oglivie rounding third. He's coming home. Wills drops the relay. And holding at second now is Kemp. He started for third and then held up. I don't know whether he pulled a leg muscle or not. He's back in the bag now. And may have hurt his leg. He looks as if he might be headed for third. Wills dropped the ball on the relay attempt, and then Kemp headed back to second base. We'll wait for the scoring on that. 2 runs had scored, we know that. It could be a single and an error. It could be a 2-base hit. 2-0. The Tigers jump in front of the Rangers. Here's Jason Thompson. All this has happened with 2 down. So that is scored as a two-base hit. Here's the set and the pitch. He swings. There's a drive to right field. On one hop, fielded now by Grieve. Rounding third is Kemp, the play at the plate. He's coming. He flies. He is safe. As Ellis came up the first base side to take the throw, and he couldn't handle it cleanly. Now, they had Kemp beaten with a good throw, and had Ellis been able to grab the ball, even with a poor throw, he still might have been able to get Kemp.
Ellis started to go for the tag, and he didn't have the ball with him.
Pretty important item. And the Tigers now lead 3-0. All the scoring coming after the first 2 men had been retired.
The catcher, number 12, Milt May.
Milt May ready to step in now.
Steve Hargan's beginning to loosen in the bullpen, Ernie.
Now Perry ready to pitch to Milt. Milt batting .294. Thompson with a short lead at first. May swings and fouls it back right down below it. Scramble for that one, and a gentleman in a green shirt. He's from Tyler, Texas. Picked it up. The Tigers jumping in front of the opening inning here in Texas. Gaylord gets the curve across. The slow curve floated over. And the count is strike two. Walk to Cochran. Single by Ogilvie. Double by Kemp. Single by Thompson. Pushing in three for the Tigers. Gaylord has his sign. He's ahead of the hitter now. Strike two, the count on Milt May. He swings and fouls it on the screen. Fregosi trying to keep Jason close at first base. Next batter will be Mankowski. Perry pitches. Here's a fly ball fouled in the seats on the third base side. Warren Bradley, a great Tiger fan who hails from Longview, Texas. There's a lot of relatives back in Dearborn. He's been a great Tiger fan. We see him almost every time we come in. He's out here tonight. Perry set to go, holds the stretch, delivers. Here's a fly ball to left. It'll go foul and will reach the seats over behind the Tiger bullpen. Oh, New Supply Baseball has to be brought out now to Mr. Newdecker. After the Tiger exhibition game in Cincinnati, the Detroiters head on to Chicago for the weekend. It'll be Dave Roberts against Ken Brett in the Friday night game. Saturday, Nando Arroyo against Francisco Barrios. And then Sunday, it'll be Dave Rosema against either Knapp or Wilbur Wood. Strike two pitch again. Here it is. He swings, and there's a little blooper hit into short center field. Going back, Campaneris. He's there. Gloves it for the out. And the Tigers retire. They send 7 batters to the plate, and they pick up a total of 3 runs on the 3 hits. There was a walk, no errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of a half inning, Detroit 3, the Rangers coming to bat.
And right now in Sears Men's Store, you'll find a great buy on short sleeve, solid color knit golf shirts. The kind of shirt you like for most all of your summertime activities. Great looking with classic styling, great wearing, and especially comfortable. Regular $8 shirts, now only $5.99. At this price, you can stock up. But hurry, this sale ends May 21st. And for the ladies, the Fashion Place at Sears has a great collection of smart-looking sundresses with short and long-sleeve jackets. The perfect look for summer in your favorite colors. Regular, $21, now only $16.99. But better hurry. Sale ends May 24th. In the Fashion Place at Sears, where America shops. Where America shops. Us out here in Texas want to send best get well wishes to Miss Eric Ruby, who's in the hospital at Wyandotte. Had a little
bike accident, and we hope he's up and at him real soon, and our prayers and thoughts are with him and the family. John Hiller getting ready to go to work. As Paul told you, this is a rare starting assignment for Mr. Hiller. He started October the 1st, the third from the last game last year, beat Milwaukee, shut him out, and that was the first starting assignment that John had had in 4 years. And he told us on our pregame show that he is not really going to work this game as a starter. He is going to come in there and pitch the same way he pitches in relief and go as far as he can, and if necessary, call for help from Ralph Houck and the bullpen. John says he really doesn't think he's strong enough at this point to be a full-time starting pitcher. Here's Claudell Washington to test him first of all. A left-handed batting outfielder with a .330 average. Claudell young and powerful and also has a lot of speed. He has 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in. They've used him in the leadout spot quite a bit. Left-hander Hiller delivers. It's a ball to the left hand batting Washington. 79 degrees in Texas, and the wind is out of the east-southeast at 8 to 10 miles an hour. A little less of a breeze than we had last night. Swings and misses on Hiller's next delivery, and the count of the leadoff man is 1-1. Well, the Tigers ahead, 3-0 in the first inning. Hiller working quickly, fires a fastball. There's a foul in the seat. John's quite a contrast to Perry. Well, he's left-handed, Perry's right-handed. Perry takes a lot of time. Hiller generally does not take a whole lot of time, especially with the bases empty. Now looking to get his sign. 1-2 the count on Washington. The wind-up, the pitch, swung on and hit foul in the seat over back of the Tiger dugout. Very late on that one. Mankowski's wide of the bag now, a little deeper at third base. The outfield is straight up on Claudell. And he steps away from plate for a moment. Hiller's ready. Here's his motion and the pitch. Swing, and there's a drive to deep right. It's hooking. It'll be a foul ball into the seats. That was a changeup, and it came in a little bit high up in the letters, and Claudell gave it a long ride. But he pulled it foul. Here's the motion and the pitch. It is a ball high from Hiller, and the count on Claudell Washington 2-2. Tigers ahead 3-0 in the first inning in Texas. Claudell swings a little looper hit into left field for a base hit. Kemp will field the ball, and Washington is on. Well, Vince Desmond will remember when we were in Oakland back in 1974. The Tigers went in there. There was a luncheon. Claudell Washington was a special guest, and he had just made his big league debut against Gaylord Perry, who was going for his 16th straight win. And his first time he had started, he beat Gaylord. Now they're on the same team. Here's Campaneris, the plate. Cappy hitting .310. He bumps the ball. It comes up and hits him in the face, and is ruled a foul ball by the umpire Newdecker. Bill Ziegler coming out to take a look. He's the trainer. Campy seems to be all right. His batting helmet is off, and the trainer looking him over. Staying in there, gets a round of applause. Washington, a good runner at first base, and Thompson trying to hold him close. Campy bent over in a severe crouch, waiting for the left-hander Hiller. He kicks and deals. The ball is in the dirt. A good pickup by May. That ball hit a couple of feet in front of the plate. Kicked up a lot of dirt. So much, in fact, that Mr. Newdecker has to do a little house cleaning. 3-0, Tigers lead. A man on first in the first inning. More Texas. There's nobody down. Here's the pitch. He swings and lets a little pop up into short right. Going over Fuentes. Here comes Ogilvie. Fuentes in foul territory grabs it, and holding it first is Claudell Washington. veteran Jim Fregosi coming to bat. Always sort of associate Jim Fregosi with the California Angels. He played most of his big league ball out there. Although later he went to the Mets, and from the Mets to Texas. He played in Dallas, Fort Worth in his minor league days back in 61 and 62, before he joined the Angels. Right-hand batter waiting, and it is a strike called on Jim. A fastball caught the outside corner.
Big factor in the great success story of Nolan Ryan is Jim Fregosi.
One of the most popular players, too, that ever played out there at Anaheim. There's a foul out of play. That one over the two screens and drifts in front of the press box. The Tigers lead them. It's a ball high to Fregosi. 1-2 the count on him. Jim was one of the original Angels of that outfit in Los Angeles and Anaheim. There's the ball low. 2-2 the count on him now. Club he was ever with, though, the Boston Red Sox. He got a bonus from them. There's a foul off the mask of Milt May. 2-2 on Fregosi. Tigers picked up 3 in the first inning. They've got a 3-0 lead here in the last half of the first. And the Rangers have a man on and a man out. Washington edging off the bag. And the pitch is high and outside. It'll be a full count. Got a big night coming up on Wednesday, May the 25th at Tiger Stadium. California will be in town to battle the Tigers on Irish American night. 8 o'clock starting time. Here's the pitch. He swings and fouls it away. The runner not moving on that one. And the customers are getting a lot of baseballs here tonight in Texas. Hiller's last decision was on May the 1st at Minnesota when he was charged with that Tigers 6-5 loss. That was at disaster when the Twins rallied for 3 in the 9th inning. John's last win was April the 16th at Kansas City. He worked 3 innings. That's when Rusty Staub hit a 3-run homer in the 9th, and the Tigers won it 8-5. Fregosi fouls it away, back over a Booth. He's still hanging in there against John Hiller. This is the 14th appearance this year for John. And the first time he's worked against the Rangers. Now Fregosi waiting again. Washington holds on, and the pitch is high. He walked him. Oh, that'll put 2 men on for the Rangers. And it'll bring up John Hiller's old teammate, Willie Horton. Willie has become an instant hero down here.
John said today he didn't know how he was going to pitch to Willie.
Willie taking his time, digging in. The infield around toward the left. Outfield deep to left on Will. Did not have a hit last night, but he drove in a run with the sacrifice flies last time at bat. Hiller serves a curve outside. Ball 1, the count on Horton. May down to give the sign to Hiller. 3-0 Tigers lead, first inning. Sets, kicks, delivers. It's a ball in too close to fastball. 2-0, the count on Horton. Mankowski deep at third and fairly near the line. Here's the set on the pitch. He swings and fouls it away. It'll be out of play. Let's pause for station identification. This is a Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
Checking the weather for Greater Detroit. Partly cloudy through Friday. Warm, humid, widely scattered showers late each day. Low tonight in the mid-60s. High tomorrow and Friday near 90. At 9:02, it's cloudy and 84. This is WJR Detroit.
Willie still taking a lot of time about re-entering the batter's box here at Arlington, Texas. Tigers lead 3-0. Last half of the first inning. 2-1 the count on Horton. 2 men on for the Rangers. 1 man down. Set by Hiller. He checks his runner. Looks back toward the second base. And Washington bounces back toward the bag. And now Horton steps away from the plate again. Well, the Texans are now 5 games out of first place in the West. Minnesota leads the league. The Tigers are 5 games in the East out. And New York leads that division. Hiller ready, kicks and deals. Here's a swing and a miss on the changeup. 2-2 the count.
Hiller said he was afraid he might break out laughing when Willie got into the batter's box. And he did have a big smile on his face when he walked up.
John is 5-3 against the Rangers since they came into the league. Now he's got a 2-2 delivery coming up. Here it is. It's a swing and a foul out of play. Gave him the fastball. I think what he's trying to do is set Willie up and change the pace on him. Trying to get that timing off a little bit. He threw him started a change-up, and then he threw the fastball in the next pitch. It'll be interesting now to see how he'll come in this time with a 2-2 count on Horton. They put a new ball in play. Man on second, Washington. Man on first is Fregosi. Here's the pitch. It's a ball in close. That was a fastball. Not very near the strike zone. It was low and inside around the ankles. So now it is a 3-2 count with a man out. Claudel Washington leading out second. Fregosi, big lead off first. They go. The pitch is swung on and fouled away. So Mr. Lucchesi sent his runners in that situation. With 1 out of the 3-2 pitch, Horton at the plate. He got just enough of it to foul it out of play, and the runners have to go on back. Looks like we're going to have some pretty close races in the 2 divisions in the American League. If the early form holds up. Only 6.5 games separate the top and the bottom in the East. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop foul may be in play. Thompson coming over. Nope, the wind's taking it. And it'll be just out of his reach. About 4 rows out of play. That one started out as if it might be available, but it blew out of play. Oh, Willie and Hiller are having quite a duel here in the opening inning. A game within a game that is such a part of baseball. The battle between the pitcher and the batter. Now the runner's edging off again. Hiller checks his sign with Milt May. Willie guarding the plate. The left-hander sets and pitches. Runners go. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Throw to third. Double play. They cut down Claudel as Willie swung and missed. And May gunned the ball to Mankowski to complete the double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. And at the end of 1, the Tigers 3, the Rangers nothing.
You say you wouldn't mind if your car got a little better mileage? And maybe ran a little better, too? Well, here's some good advice. You don't have to put up with a car that's running rough or wasting gas. The solution might be as simple as yanking out those old plugs and dropping in a fresh set of Champion spark plugs. Just remember, the fresher your plugs, the better your mileage and performance.
Hi, this is Frank Beckman. Glad to join the club on Radio 76. Just a reminder that whether it happened on or off the field, we'll have it for you on the Sports Final, evenings at 11:15 on WJR.
Well, the Tigers come in to bat in the second, and they got 3 in the first after 2 are out. They've got a lead here in Texas, 3-0 over the Rangers. Bill Mankowski will try to get it going. Mankowski hitting .344.
Number 2, Bill Mankowski.
Outfield straight up on young Phillips, who has done a fine job replacing the injured Rodriguez. Gaylord delivers. It is a ball in too close on Phil, ball 1. Don't forget, we'll see at Tiger Stadium next week when the Tigers get home. They'll be home, first of all, May the 24th against California. Here's a ball in too close. Gaylord curved him, and it is a 2-0 count on Mankowski. Then on Friday, the 27th of May, DeMolay night, as the Tigers battled Seattle. Danny Meyer and company coming to town, the first time the Tigers have seen that expansion team. There's a line shot right field, base hit. Mankowski reached up on a high inside fastball and gave it a wrap. It is the 4th hit off Gaylord Perry. All 4 have been hit by left-hand batters. Here is Mark Wagner, the Tigers shortstop. Wagner batting .152. Now playing in his 20th game. Tommy Verizon has appeared in 21, which some of those games for each of those shortstops has been as a pinch batter. There's a bunt toward first base, fielded by Fregosi. He flipped it over to Wills, covering the bag at first. It's a neat sacrifice by Wagner, nudging Mankowski safely into second base.
Wills missed the bag with his tag the first time with a foot, and he had to make a second stab at it.
Ron LaFleur will be the batter now. Ronnie bounced out to Wills his first trip. Bullpen getting busy. I think that's Hargan again. Steve Hargan, the right-hander. Yep. He was up in the bullpen throwing a little bit for the Rangers in the opening inning. After the Tigers scored 3, following the first 2 outs. Gaylord Perry, the veteran right-hander, pitching to LaFleur. There's a line shot foul. Dick Suzuki almost beheaded by that one. Strike 1. Fuentes will be the next Tiger batter. Gaylord going to the cap. Doing it again. Now let's enter his sign. I saw to cradle that ball in his right hand, too. That's part of his routine. Pitches. There's a high fly ball lifted to right field in the corner. Greaves going over and back and make ball foul. It does. And he makes the catch in the bullpen. Here's the tag at second base. And easily into third goes Mankowski. The wind took that ball and almost blew it in the seats. It was a foul ball by the time Greaves caught up with it. Well, now the Tigers have 2 out, a man at third, and Fuentes will be the batter. Tito bounced out to Bob Wills, the second baseman, his only time at bat. During the upcoming homestand with the Tigers, it'll be the Angels, the Mariners, and the Indians coming into Tiger Stadium. Oh, you've got to get up there and enjoy baseball with us, the ballpark. Here's Fuentes at the plate, the infield back with 2 away. And Perry goes into the windup, kicks and deals. Here's a cut on the miss. 1 strike on Tito. Teammates with the San Francisco Giants, Perry and Fuentes. There's a foul back this way, right down below us. Strike 2, the count on Fuentes. couple of screens here, but nothing on top of the screen. So when the ball gets over that screen, it ducks right into the crowd. Perry ahead of the hitter, 2 strikes on Fuentes. Tigers lead second inning 3-0 in Texas. The motion and the pitch. He takes the fastball wide. Sundberg is suffering with that headache that Paul told you about, hit by the bat yesterday when the backlash of Oakley hit him in the temple. Celebrating his birthday today with a big headache.
Probably seeing twice as many candles on the cake, too.
Right. There's a little fly ball hit the left field. It'll go foul. Here comes Claudell Washington. He has it for the out. Running into the Tiger bullpen and gloving it was Washington, and the side retired. Oh, the Tigers got a man to third, but they can't get him home. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. At the end of 1.5 innings, Detroit 3, the Rangers nothing.
Hi, I'm Ernie Harwell, and I'm here with a couple of competitors in the Chrysler Plymouth Dealers Honorary Tiger Bat Boy Contest. Paul, how does this thing work?
Well, any boy or girl between 8 and 14 can sign up at any participating Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Provided they're accompanied by a licensed driver 18 or older.
That's right. And there's no obligation for signing up.
Then 22 Bat Boys will be picked on June the 2nd. Right, Katie?
Right, 22 winners. One from each Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
And everyone who signs up gets a free Tiger iron-on patch.
Great. Well, that about does it. So, kids, grab your parents and stop into any participating Chrysler Plymouth dealer between April 18th and May 27th. And sign up for the Tiger Bat Boy Contest. Thank you, Katie and Paul. And this is...
Oh, there's one more thing.
Yes, Katie?
Shouldn't that be that person?
Well, anyway, see your participating Greater Detroit Chrysler Plymouth dealer soon.
John Hiller helped out a shovel in the opening inning by double play on the strikeout by Willie Horton. Goes to work now against Tom Grieve, who will be leading up for the Rangers in their second.
Tom Grieve.
Right-hand batting outfielder Grieve. Hitting 167 in 14 games. Out with an injury early in the year. There's a strike called on Tom. Hiller gave up a single and a walk in the opening inning, but they didn't score off him. 3-0 Detroit. Change up. Hang on, he didn't get it. Oh, they took him up too soon. The strike 2 to count on Grieve. Wind up by Hiller, the pitch. There's a fastball fouled away. Didn't get around on that one. Back of the seat, 2 strikes to count on Grieve. Takes a high curve that stays much too high, and the count is 1-2. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Tigers. They've made no errors. The Rangers have no runs and 1 hit. They've made no errors. Change up, swing and a miss, struck him out. The ball dropped by May. He flips it over to Thompson to complete the strikeout. And that's the second strikeout by Hiller. 1 up and 1 away in the second inning. Toby Harrah, the right-hand batting infielder, stepping in. Toby hitting .276. 5 homers, 13 runs batted in. Played mostly shortstop down here, but now they've got him at third base. Harrah looks at a change. It gets across. Strike 1. Kenny coaches at first base. Connie Ryan at third. Swing and a miss. That was Hiller's curve breaking in on the hand. Strike 2. Mankowski backs up at third base. Swing and a miss. He got him on 3 pitches. Oh, that's 3 strikeouts now by Hiller. 2 straight. Bump Wills will be coming up now. Bump is a switch batter.
Number 7 batter. Number 1. Wills.
Bump batting .286. He's a much better right-hand batter than he is a left-hand batter. And the holds true of the Tigers second baseman, Fuentes. Here's a ball low to Bump Wills. field around the left on him. 2 out, nobody on. Hiller delivers. It is a strike, Mr. Neudecker says, and the count is 1-1. Still a little daylight left here. They've had some big dark clouds ever since we got to the ballpark. Hiller's curve is over, but it's low. 2-1. 3-0. Tigers leading in the second inning in Arlington. Fly ball at the center field. The floor coming in, still coming. He's there. He has it, and the side out 1-2-3 in the Rangers' second. We go to the third inning. Tigers 3, Texas 0.
You're at bat in the Labatt's baseball trivia game. Here's the pitch. When Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs in 1927, whose record did he break? How's your memory for this one? Why not think about it over a cool, refreshing Labatt's Blue? Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs and broke his own record that he set in 1921 when he hit 59 round trippers. Great moments in baseball. Babe Ruth certainly gave us a few. And what better way to remember the greats than with a great beer, Labatt's Blue. Call for Labatt's, brewed in Canada since 1828. Distributed by the Batten Toys Incorporated, Buffalo, New York.
Labatt's Blue is available in selected markets throughout Michigan. If you listen to Radio 76 in the afternoon between 3 and 6, what you're going to get is the afternoon music hall. Mark Avery inviting you to be part of it here on WJR Radio.
Here's the third inning now in Arlington, Texas. The Tigers have jumped out to a lead, 3-0 over the Rangers. They'll come to bat now against the veteran right-hander Gaylord Perry in the third. The Tigers, after 2 are out in the first inning, got a walk from Tim Corcoran, his first time at bat in the Major League. He took third on the single by Ogilvy, and they both came home when Kemp doubled to the right field corner. Then Kemp himself scored on the single by Jason Thompson. Meanwhile, Hiller has blanked the Rangers in the first 2 innings. Well, here's Corcoran coming to bat again. He's without an official time at bat in his Major League career. Tim, the left-hander, is the designated hitter. Rusty Staub is on the injured list. He's not on the disabled list, the official list yet, but he is injured and hopes to get back in action on Friday. Here's the wind-up, and the pitch is a ball in too close. Rusty has, I guess the medical term would be a catch in his side. 1-0, the count on Tim Corcoran. Here it comes. He swings and rolls a foul down past first base. A young man in a red cap and a striped shirt reached over the railing, made a good pickup of that ball. 1-1 the count. Well, they've measured Perry and Hiller last inning at 87 miles per hour. Here's the look in now by Gaylord, and the pitch on the way. It's a tap foul out of play. I guess the old eyes will fool you, but I don't believe he was throwing as hard as Roseman was last night.
I was going to say, I hope that guy running that radar gun doesn't out on the highway catching me in my car. You'll let me going 95 when I'm in the 50s going 55.
I didn't know anybody could catch you in your car. 1-2, the count on Corcoran. Now, Gaylord, the old master, winds and pitches. Is a curve that stays outside, 2-2. Now, both Perry and Hiller were clocked at 87 MPHs last inning. Here's the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play. This will be down the left field line in the seat.
A radar gun must read about like the scales in my hotel room. A little high.
That's what you get for getting on Gale. Now Cochran waiting on a 2-2 pitch. And Gaylord is not going to pitch it yet. He's going to make him step out. Now we're about ready to go again. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. He swings at a bounding ball at the Wills at second base. He gloves it, throw to first, got him. And there's one up and one away. Oakleby will be the batter. He singled in the first inning surge when the Tigers got their 3. Tigers have 3 runs on 4 hits. The Rangers have no runs on 1 hit. Outfield's going to be around the right and deep on Benji. Tigers have 2 fine young hitters in their lineup now, Cochran and Kemp. Both that should be around a long, long time swinging that bat. Here's the motion now by Gaylord Perry. Benji takes the cut and misses. You talk about swinging. I think he went around 3 times on that one.
I think his arm feels better, too.
It must. Either that or it's coming off. Waiting on deck is Kemp. Here's the motion by Perry and the pitch. Swing and a tap foul down in the dirt at the plate, 1-2. Let's check the other scores here. Perry takes enough time where we can flip in a few while he's getting ready. Chicago broke out with 5 in the second inning at Chicago. They lead Kansas City 5-0 in the third inning. Oscar Gamble had a 3-run homer for Chicago in that second inning. Toronto leads Milwaukee 2-0 in the last half of the second. LeManchik against Court in that one, and fairly homered for the Toronto team in the second with nobody on his third. Now Perry's about ready to deal the 1-2 pitch to Ogleby. He takes the ball low. St. Louis, Houston, 0-0 at the end of one. Porsche against Lemon Jello. San Francisco, New York. It's been raining there. Bear and Matlack, the pitchers, but no report yet on any scoring. Atlanta leading 8-1 over Montreal there in the 6th inning in Atlanta. Here's the pitch. He swings and strikes out. Got him on a breaking ball toward the outside of the plate. It's the first strikeout for Gaylord Perry. 2 down for the Tigers. And the batter will be Kemp, who doubled in 2 runs in the first inning. Kemp now has driven home 20 runs. Jason Thompson drove in 1 in that first inning, so he now has 22. They're going to have a pretty good race for him in the RBI department on the Tigers. 2 out, none on. He backs away from an inside pitch. Ball 1, the count on Steve. Third inning, the Tigers at bat. They lead 3-0. Kemp cuts and misses. Pretty good ripple of that one. He's another one who loses that batting helmet about every other time. 1-1, they count on Steve. Now Perry checking out his time with his catcher, John Ellis. 2 out, nobody on. Here it comes. It's a curve over for a strike. He hits the corner. Perry, an expert at doing that. Looking at the corner. Looking to the wicket. Moving the ball around. He reaches the double. Final game in this 2-game set. The Tigers do not play in American League competition tomorrow. They'll be in Cincinnati for the exhibition game, and we'll be on the air with that one. We'll hit the airways at 6:45 Detroit time with our pregame show. Mark Pedersen comes back in action in that game against the Reds. And when that one's over, the Tigers will head out to Chicago for a weekend series with the White Sox. Here's a bounding ball. It's sharply knocked down by Wills. He picks it up, throw to first, and Fregosi comes off the bag. He's hurdled by the runner, Kemp, and Kemp is safe at first base. We'll wait for the score on that one. It was a hot shot. Wills did a pretty good job, I think, knocking it down. It'll be a single for Kemp. Too hot to handle by Buck Wills. He finally recovered. Threw wide of the bag, and Fregosi came off the bag when he caught the ball. He and Kemp almost collided. It's Jason stepping in now. Well, Kemp has 2 for 2. That's the 5th Tiger hit off Gaylord Perry. Thompson had one of them in the opening inning when he drove home a run with a single. Now the veteran right-hander to set position and delivers. Here's a foul out of play. That one got the mask of the plate umpire Neudecker. Seen a lot of balls fouled away here in the first 2 innings. Generally, that's when you see fastball pitches. Well, maybe they are throwing at 87 miles per hour. Anyway, I'm glad I'm not down there watching it. Got close in the batter's box.
I think it's wind-aided.
Here's the set. Here's the pitch. He takes the strike. That one right through the letters. Strike 2, the count on Jason. Fregosi holding on the bag with Kemp at first. 3-0 Tigers, 3rd inning. They've got 2 down and the man on. Fastball wide, low and away. 1-2 on Jason Thompson. About the same size crowd we had last night. It was a little over 10,000 last evening. Now Gaylord to the set position, the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. The ball is swung on, hit the left field. It may be foul. It's slicing into foul territory, and in the seats, a foul ball. It almost had the old home run target. Thompson is strong enough to hit that ball to the opposite field for a home run in a lot of ballparks. So Kemp's got to go all the way back to first base now, and Gaylord's got to get ready again. Looking in to get the sign, and Thompson waiting on a 1-2 delivery. He swings and misses. Struck him out on a high, hard one. Second strikeout for Perry, both of them in this inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a man left at first base at the end of 2.5 innings. Tigers 3, Rangers nothing.
From the getting all off the ground is one thing. Handling it is something people can use as another. We got people together, we thought could do it better, and we called the company Mars. Marathon Oil Company. We got together. We'll do it better.
Let's pause briefly for station identification. This is the Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
Look for partly cloudy weather through Friday. Warm and humid, widely scattered showers late each day. Low tonight, mid-60s. High tomorrow and Friday, near 90. At 9:31, it's partly cloudy and 82. You're listening to WJR Detroit.
Right-hand batting catcher John Ellis, hitting at a 152 clip in 12 games, is batting now. And Hiller delivers. It is a curve over on John for a strike. There's a slow roller hit to short, cut off by Mankowski. He gloves it, fires to Thompson in time for the out. 1 up and 1 away in the Ranger third inning. 3-0 lead for Detroit. Here's Benikas hitting in the number 9 spot and playing in center field. Juan Benikas batting .226. Tigers picked up 3 in the opening inning. Hiller's got a 3-0 lead as he pitches to the Rangers in the third. Outfield around the left on Benikas. The right-hand batter takes a strike on the inside corner. Cincinnati defeated Pittsburgh in the only day game in the major leagues, 8-3. Norman, the winner, Royce Saluza. Oliver hit a home run for the Pirates. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Strike 2. There's a cut and a miss, and he struck him out. The old changeup working for John. That's his 4th strikeout in 2 2/3 innings. He had 1 in the first, 2 in the second. He's had 1 here in the third. Here's the top of the batting order, Claudell Washington, who has the only hit off Hiller. He led off the first inning with a single. Left-hander against the left-hander. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Detroit. Rangers, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Claudell taps a foul out of play. It bounces over the Tiger dugout into the seat. Two outs, the base is empty. Hiller winds and pitches. Here's a line drive hit on past shortstop Wagner. Skipping past him, a low liner. Fielded by Kemp, and it'll be 2 for 2 for Claudell. Campaneris stepping in. Bert Campaneris. Out up to Fawittis, back at first base, the only time he's been to bat. 3-0 Tigers lead. Washington with a fair-sized lead at first. Thompson holding on the bag with him. Right-handed batting Campy takes the ball low. It's blocked by May. He picks it up. And there's no advance on the part of Washington. The Callan Campy. Fuentes is pulled to his right over near second base on the right-hand hitter. The outfield playing him straight away. Hiller delivers. There's a foul out of play. It'll be on the right field side. 1-1 on Campaneris. The next league action finds the Tigers in Chicago on Friday night. Dave Roberts against Ken Brett. Now then Saturday, an afternoon game, Arroyo versus Barrios. Afternoon game Sunday, Rosma against either Knapp or Wood. Hiller's pitch is wide to make it a 2-1 count on Campy. Tigers lead 3-0 in the third inning in Arlington. All the scoring in the first. There's a wide one. He did not get the pass ball over. 3-1. Here's the set by Hiller. Kicks and deals. Here's a foul out of play. Lined into the seat back of the Ranger dugout on the first base side. To join his late, the Tigers scored their 3 in the opening inning, but 2 out on the walk to Cochran. A single by Ogilvie moved him to third. He came home. And Ogilvie also scored on a double by Kemp. And then Kemp raced home on a single by Thompson. Runner goes. Ball is hit on the ground to short. Wagner gobbles it up. Here's the throw to Thompson in time. And the side retired in the Ranger third inning. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and a man left at the end of 3. It's Detroit 3 and Texas nothing.
Now, from City National Bank, new subordinated notes would make it possible for Michigan residents to earn a steady 9% interest per year for the 7-year life of the notes. These notes are available for as little as $500 and in increments of $100 above that. The 9% interest will be paid quarterly. stock deposits and are not insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or any government agency and are subordinate to the claims of depositors and other creditors of the bank. For complete details on subordinated notes and how you can earn a steady 9% interest per year for the 7-year life of the notes, visit any CMB office or call 961-2211. 961-2211. Patterns in music with carefully selected words and music woven around a special theme. This is Ted Strasser inviting you to join me Sunday mornings at 8 on WJR.
At the end of 3, the Tigers have 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors. The Rangers have no runs on 2 hits and no errors. Gaylord Perry and John Hiller, a couple of veterans going at each other. It'll be Milt May to lead off for the Tigers in the 4th inning, and here is Paul Carey.
All right, Ernie, thank you very much. Milt up 1, popped out to shortstop Campy Camilleres. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Tigers, no runs, 2 hits for the Rangers. Perry settled down after a shaky beginning, has given up a single in each of the last 2 innings after allowing 2 singles and a double and a walk in the 1st inning. Gaylord now 38 years of age. Into the motion, the first pitch of the inning to May. He takes the strike on the outside part of the plate. Perry fidgeting around at the mound, goes through all sorts of motions. Has his ritual out there. Wipes the cap of the bill of the cap a couple of times, rubs the fingers along the side of the cap over his ear. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swung on, a drive toward right center field. Beniquez on the run. He can't get it. It drops between the outfielders. Heading for second is May. Grieve has trouble picking it up for the moment. Now gets it in. And May's on second with a stand-up 2-base hit. The Tigers' second double of the ball game. Beniquez gets a good jump on the ball and covers a lot of territory in center field. He's given the club some steady center fielding, something they have sought ever since the franchise moved from Washington. Last night, he made a great running catch of a long drive by Jason Thompson. Now we're going to conference the mound again. John Ellis, the catcher, out to talk, along with Jim Fregosi, first baseman. And Steve Harkin has gotten up at the bullpen, beginning to throw again. Harkin brought back from Toronto. They had lost him to the Blue Jays. Jim Mason, who had gone from Texas to New York to Toronto, is also back in the Ranger uniform. Right now, right to the left. Right out there, just letting him strike right down here. What was over here? Over the third base. Hang on a second. Nobody else. The pitch. Phil Mankowski, I take it for a strike. Good thing. Going on third on the outside corner. Now, cycle to right. His first time up. 1 home run, 9 RBIs so far this season for Phil. Here's the set, the pitch. Swung on and popped foul out of play behind the plate. Two strikes very quickly on Phil Mankowski. Harry has struck out and walked 1. Infield swung a bit to the right on the left-hand hitting Mankowski. Outfield about straight away. Open up the gaps for him. The pitch to the plate. Swung on a bouncer to the right side. Fregosi backs up. Has the hop. It's almost struck a bad hop. Flips to Perry for the put out at first base. Moving to third is May. So the Tigers have a runner at third with 1 down. And the batter will be Mark Wagner. Mark laid down a perfect sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning. Almost managed to beat it out. He placed it perfectly between the mound and first base. Fregosi had to make the play on the bunt. So May looking around, he has a very short lead off the bag at third. Tigers with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Rangers won the opening game last night 3-1. The pitch from Gaylord Perry. Foul to the screen, the first of 2 screens behind the plate. Last couple of games, Mark seems to be getting around on the ball a little bit better. Both Tiger shortstops, Wagner and Verizon, off to a slow start at the plate. Infield has moved up fairly tight. They are about on the base path. On the right side of the infield, back a little bit on the left. The pitch from Perry. Swung on and foul tipped into the midst of John Ellis. Strike 2 on Wagner. On deck is LaFleur. Last time out, Perry shut out the Kansas City Royals. Off to kind of a slow start for him this year. 2 wins and 4 defeats for Gaylord. Now looking in, shaking off one side from John Ellis. Steps ahead and comes to that set. Here's the pitch. A little high with a fastball. Ball 1, strike 2 on Mark Wagner. Perry rolls the ball around in his hand. Now looks a couple of times to the side. Into that, hauls that big stretch up. Here's the pitch. He struck him out swinging. And Wagner went for a breaking ball to the outside of the plate. Third strikeout for Perry. May still at third base, 2 down now, and it's up to Ron LaFleur here in the Tiger 4th inning. Ron is 0 for 2 against Perry. He has bounced out to Wills at second, then hit a foul fly into the corner in right. Don't forget, the game tomorrow night in Cincinnati will be broadcast over the Tiger Network. Ernie's pregame program to begin at 6:45 from Riverfront Stadium. Now the pitch swung on and missed by LaFleur. Ralph, a little uncertain as to who he'll start tomorrow night, depending on who might have to be used in the game here this evening. But Mark Fitteridge will make his appearance probably around the 4th inning. Or definitely 3 innings, perhaps more. The pitch to the plate, foul to the screen. 2 strikes on LaFleur, so Perry is quickly ahead of Ron. Time has called John Ellis, the catcher, going out to talk to his pitcher. Jim Sundberg suffering from that knock in the head off the bat of Ben Ogleby last night, sitting it out here tonight. Bill Fahey filled in for him last evening. The Rangers carrying 3 catchers. Hargan continuing to loosen up down on the bullpen for the Rangers as Perry takes lots of time. Now finally toes the rubber. May at third with 2 down. Tigers in front 3-0 here in the top of the 4th. LaFleur calls strike 3, struck him out. Number 4 for Perry. Tigers get a man to third again, but can't bring him all the way in. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 3.5 innings of play, the Tigers 3, the Rangers nothing.
It's Norman, the Detroit News Boy. Anybody home?
Out here, I'm cleaning the garage.
Oh, hi, Mr. Bovey. I see you cleaning the garage.
Norman, you got a mind like
Steel trap?
Link trap.
Yes, sir. Anyway, I've got a swell idea on how to get rid of all this stuff in the garage.
Oh, yeah?
Detroit News Real Cheap Classifieds.
And what might those be?
Well, they're want ads, and they're real cheap. Yes, sir. There's a $20 plan that gives you 2 lines for 14 days for the price of only 5 days.
Well, gee, that's
real cheap. Yes,
yeah.
sir. We've also got a $15 plan and a $10 one, too, each of which also represents significant savings.
Hey, kid, thanks for the tip. Maybe...
Excuse me, Mr. Bovey, but you aren't throwing out that neat gorilla suit, are you?
Well, that thing, yeah.
Gee, I've always wanted a, do you suppose I could try it on?
Right ahead.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Bovey, I'll just... Uh-oh. Stuck.
Oh, guess you'll have to wear it.
What will I say to my customers?
Just turn your duck suits into cleaners.
My duck suits?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Detroit News Real Cheap Classifieds. Call 977-7500. It's a way to sell almost anything for next to nothing.
Pitcher strike it here. Hitters don't. Yep, they don't. Well, here didn't particularly like this part. There's a called strike on Jim Fregosi, leading it off for Texas in the bottom of the fourth inning. Veteran right-hand batter. Hiller delivers. It's a breaking ball low and inside. 1-1 on Fregosi. Hiller walked Fregosi on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning. Quite a battle going. Swing and a fly ball lifted to left field. Kemp coming on. Is there. Makes the catch. One down in the fourth inning. That'll bring up Willie. As he did in Detroit all those years, he wears number 23 for the Texas Rangers. Willie jumping around in the batter's box. When he was in Detroit making that return home to Tiger Stadium, he said he didn't look at the Tigers at all when he walked up to the plate. Outside for a ball, for fear his emotions might take over. Now Hiller ready, delivers. Curve is bounced on the ground, fielded by Mankowski. Now he drops it and has no play at first base. Bill moved quickly to his left and caught that low skimmer, but then it popped out of his glove, and they're going to give a hit to Willie Horton. Well, that's debatable, but because Mankowski been able to make the throw to first, that held on to the ball, I believe he would have had him. But Horton gets an infield single. He's at first with one out, and the batter will be Tom Grieve. Grieve takes the strike. One-time University of Michigan player, right-hand batter, Tom Grieve. He checks off on a breaking ball that's low, 1-1. Thompson playing a bit behind Horton at first base, now drifts behind. The pitch to the plate is inside, a big bender that time. Now the set by John, the pitch. Just missed inside with a fastball, 3-1 now on Grieve. Horton on first following an infield hit. One down at the bottom of the fourth inning. Hiller got out of trouble in the first with a strikeout on a double play. There's one in the strike zone as Grieve took a halting step toward first and will have to stay at the plate. A stretch by John. Here's the pitch. He's at the plate. It's on the flat with the count of 4 now. Here comes Grieve. Here's the pitch from Hiller. 3-6-5, ball 4, 2 on. Now with one down, and Hiller issues his second walk. Horton moves on down to second. Grieve is at first. One away, and Toby Hara will be the batter. Toby has made the big transition from short to third very capably. He knew he was going to have to with the acquisition of Campy Campaneris. There's been talk last year that he might move to third. That was before they got him. There's a foul behind the plate, out of play. Had Roy Smalley, as you know, in the organization before the trade was made for Bert Blyleven with the Minnesota Twins. And the talk was then that Smalley would be the regular shortstop, that Hara would move to third. And it kind of left Roy Howell in limbo then. Well, instead, they traded off Smalley at mid-year, got Blyleven, then got Campaneris in the free agency draft and moved Hara to third. Here's the pitch. It's a curve outside. High, 2. Ball 1, strike 1 on Hara. 2 on, 1 down. Bottom of the fourth inning. The Rangers batting against John Hiller. His first start since the final weekend of last season, and only his second start since 1972. The 1-1 pitch. Popped in the air down the right field side. Foul ball now. Thompson chasing the wind. They take it out of play. He reaches, and he can't get it. I believe he got his glove on it, but could not come up with it. wind just kept blowing it away from Thompson. So it's a ball and 2 strikes on Hera. Out front, the first base umpire over there to look in at the stands and watch that play closely. Hera with 5 home runs, 13 RBIs this year, hitting .274. The set by Hiller. The 1-2 pitch to him. It's low and inside. A good stop by May. First 4 innings have taken quite a while here at Arlington Stadium tonight. Last night's game began rather slowly and then picked up momentum. Hiller ready, delivers. There's a line drive down the left field line, fair ball into the corner. Here comes Horton, he'll score. Reeve is heading around third. He's being held at third. In at second with a double and producing a run is Toby Hera. And it's now 3-1, Tigers in front. But runners at second and third and only 1 out. O'Hara doubles into the left field corner to score Horton from second. Reeve moving to third. And Bump Wills will be the batter. Batting right-handed against Hiller. Will slide out to LaFleur in center his first time up. Kind of a sinking liner. 2 in scoring position right now. Hera down at second representing the tying run. 3-1 Tigers. The pitch to Will. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. John needs an out right now. As Ernie pointed out, John said he'd approach this game as he would any other relief appearance. He wasn't going to pace himself at all. Here's the pitch. Outside and high for a ball. He said he'd go as hard as he could right from the very beginning. Fernando Arroyo beginning to listen in the Tiger bullpen. 1-1 count on Wills. The look to third by Hiller. Here's the pitch to Bump. Takes high, ball 2. Arroyo is scheduled to get a start Saturday against the White Sox. Now the lineup, the pitch by John. Swung on and missed. 2 strikes on Bump Wills, who wears number 1. Young man had a salary squabble with the Rangers at the beginning of spring training. But he signed for the figure that the Rangers said they were going to give him, which was $19,000. He checked his swing in time. It was a breaking ball. He just held off in time. The appeal made to first base. But Art Prop supporting the contention of Jerry Neudecker behind the plate that he had indeed checked. So it's a full count now with runners at second and third, 1 down, 1 run in here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tiger lead cut to 3-1. Here's the pitch from Hiller. Ball 4, he walked him. The bases are loaded. Low and inside breaking ball. Wills at first. Hera at second. Reeve at third. A run in, 1 out. The batter, John Ellis, a strong right-hand batter. Once against Hiller tonight. Ellis bounced out the third. Royal continuing to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Here's the windup and the pitch to Ellis. He fouls this one back behind the stand, or behind the plate into the stand. John's a pugnacious soul. That's John Ellis. He was a key figure in that big scrap between the Royals and the Rangers. Then there's some other brawls, too. There's a ground ball up the middle of the center field, a base hit. That'll score 1 run. Rounding third is Hera. And the ball is dropped by LaFleur in center field. Taking third is Wills. 2 runs. And the game is tied 3-3. A 2-run cycle. And
by Church and Age around the floor, bobbling the ball, allowing Wills to get an extra base. Players to the team, they earned the second run baseball, but they hope they can try to get the ball and maybe to pick it up in a better day. So 2-run hit, 2 RBI for John Ellis. And we're going to get an input for the Tigers right now. Elliott going to get it. He's trying to beat the it's 1 out. The game tied, and they lead you at 11-3 here in the bottom of the fourth. The score, the lead player John Denny. Jim Donovan now, and the Flannery to the fourth.
Both Cleve and Harris scoring on the single center by John Ellis. Deadlocks this game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Killer goes 3 1/3 innings and has allowed the 3 runs and 5 hits. John walked 3 and struck out 4. And Fernando Arroyo is taking over for the Tigers in a tough spot. Ernie?
Well, we checked the other scores here, Paul. That Chicago, Kansas City is 5-1. The White Sox lead in Chicago over KC. There in the last half of the 5th inning. Toronto 2, Milwaukee nothing there in the 3rd. And Rodriguez has come in to pitch in the 3rd inning for Milwaukee. So far, the American League has seen home runs by Gamble in the Chicago game and fairly hit one for Toronto in the Milwaukee game. Those are the only other games scheduled in the American League. In the National League today, Cincinnati beat Pittsburgh 8-3. Roy took the loss. Norman the winner in that one, and Oliver hit a home run. Los Angeles and Philadelphia, we have the pitches, but nothing else. They've delayed there 2 hours plus. Roden and Twitchell. And they've got a delay in Atlanta. It's raining there. The Atlanta Braves have an 8-5 lead over Montreal. Atlanta batting in the last half of the 6th inning. San Francisco and New York, they've had rain. We've got no further report there. And the Cardinals lead Houston 3-0 at the end of 3 in Houston.
Ready to go as Fernando Arroyo takes over. Fernando had his first start of the season this past Saturday and got a victory. At that time, he got a save from John Hiller. Now he's relieving Hiller here in the 4th, 2 on, 1 down. The pitch swung on and bounced foul by Juan Beniquez. Hiller got the first man, but then the infield single by Horton. A walk to Greaves, followed by Harris double, scored 1 run. Then Wills walked to load the bases, and Ellis brought in 2 runs with a single up the middle. Runners at first and third. An error by LaFleur, allowing Wills to get an extra base. Arroyo looking in, getting the sign from May. Here's the pitch. A little bit high. Ball 1, strike 1 on Beniquez. Killer struck him out the first time up. Tiger swinging to the left on Beniquez. He cuts and misses. Foul tip that one as the mid of Milt May. So a couple of walks hurt John Hiller here in the 4th inning. Wills at third, Ellis at first. 1 away. The pitch from Arroyo. Line to right field, a base hit, that'll break the tie. Headed around second. Moving to third is Ellis. Oglivie up with the ball. Here's the throw behind the runner, Beniquez, and taking second is Beniquez. Oglivie threw to the wrong base. Benji held onto the ball. Beniquez had taken a big turn, and he forced the throw behind him. And he just took off for second while the throw went to first. We'll wait for the scorer's decision, but it's now 4-3. The Rangers have moved in front with 4 runs. They're giving Beniquez a single and then saying that he took second on the throw. No miscue on the play. Perhaps an error of omission rather than commission. But Beniquez has singled in the tie-breaking run here in the 4th inning. That run is charged to the starting pitcher as Will scored. So Hiller has given up the 4 runs. He's still responsible for Ellis, who's now at third base. And Beniquez is at second. Still only 1 out. The batter will be Waddell Washington, who has 2 for 2. Batting for the 3rd time, they're going to put him on intentionally. Washington will be walked to fill up that void at first base. There's the second wide one.
ball 3 to Claudell Washington. He had singled twice off Hiller. It will load the bases for Campy Campaneris. There's ball 4. So Washington draws the intentional pass before Campy. Bats will pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
From the WJR Weather Center through Friday, partly cloudy, warm, humid, widely scattered showers late each day. Low tonight in the mid-60s, on tomorrow and Friday near 90. At 10:02, it's partly cloudy and 82. This is WJR Detroit.
Bases loaded with Rangers. They've scored 4 times. Off Hiller and getting the last hit off reliever Fernando Arroyo. Steve Grilling now throwing in the bullpen. It was off the first time. It was way away from the bag. Arroyo turned around and just continued on with the throw and lobbed it over to Higgs, who is playing very tight on the edge of the infield grass and wide of the bag. The right-hand hitting Campaneris in the front. The back power hitter will go for anything. You have to gird all the exits with Campy. They sent by Arroyo, the pitch to him. He swings, bounces one on the ground, toward short. Cut off by Mankowski. The second for one, that's all they'll get. They get the first third, and second base. He gets 2 pitches. Campaneris, they had to do it to make it 3-3. The Rangers, runners at first and third, but 2 down. They could not make a play anywhere else. Simply because that ball was hit on a high hopper, he doesn't hit all that rapidly, and Campy has that gut speed that gets him down the line at first. And he picks up an RBI. And the first third of Washington at second base. Play going 5-4. Higgins going to get a third out. Higgins at third. Now here's the 10th man to bat in this inning for Gussie, who opened up the inning by flying out to left field. 2 out. Runners at first and third. The runner at first goes. The throw through by May. No play there, really, as the throw was cut off well in front of the base path by Fuentes, and Campy had breezed on behind him. A stolen base for Campaneris, taking advantage of the situation. Campy's having quite an animated discussion down at second with the umpire there, Nick Bremigan, about something. At any rate, Force has been eliminated now, as Campy is at second with his stolen base. Pitch to Fregosi. The pitch from Arroyo popped in the air over the diamond, right near the mound. In fact, Mankowski, having trouble, is under it now, makes the catch, and that finally retires the Rangers here in the 5th inning. Fregosi makes the first and the last out of the both doing plenty of damage. A total of 5 runs. There were 2 1 error and 2 runners left on base. So after 4 innings of play, it's now Rangers 5 and the Tigers 3.
Here's a WJR News Update. Douglas Frazier has been elected president of the United Auto Workers Union to succeed the retiring Leonard Woodcock. His election came by acclamation among some 2,900 voting delegates at the UAW convention underway in Los Angeles. The man who apparently will be the next prime minister of Israel, the leader of the Likud bloc, the hawkish faction opposed by Israeli withdrawal and recognized Arab territory, won in the United States today, left traveling girls and only 600. The election caused immediate alarm by Arab capitals. The official Syrian radio warned the area is headed toward war. Secretary of State Cyrus Vance met Soviet Foreign Minister Andrei Gromyko today at the Soviet mission in Geneva to try to find some agreement on arms reduction and Middle East peace. The 2 men will meet again tomorrow. Singer Claudine Lauger was released tonight from jail in Aspen, Colorado, where she had served a 30-day sentence for the death of pro skier Spider Savage. The Detroit temperature, 80 degrees. I'm Gene Fogel. Hi there, Warren Pierce here. Let me put the game on hold for a few seconds while I remind you that I'm here every night of the week, 7 to 10, ready to take your call on Radio 76.
Baseball is not the focal point of... It's a big blimp. You know, the tire company blimp came over very low over the stadium just as the inning ended.
circled around, came over in a plane, also flashing sort of signs, almost collided with a blimp straight up over this stadium. Anybody who has seen or read the book Black Sunday got to be a little bit shook right now, I think. Ready to go in the fifth inning. The Tigers trail 5-3. The Rangers with a big 5-run fourth inning. Tito Fuentes backs off from a fastball. Gaylord Perry with a, for the first time of the ball game, he gave up 3 runs in the first inning. There's a fly ball to left field, but Washington is there, moving over now, makes the catch. Fuentes is out, flying out to left field. To update Miller's record, John went 3 1/3 innings in this rare start and allowed all 5 runs. He gave up 5 hits, walked 3, and struck out 4. A big 5-run fourth inning for the Rangers, turning this game around. And Perry's tough with a lead. Of course, he's been tough on the Tigers without one after that first inning. There's Tim Corcoran, playing in his first major league game. Tim walked and bounced out the second. Just 24 years of age. He swings, lines a foul down the right field side off the tarp rope. What a spring he has had, not only in exhibition play for the Tigers, but with Evansville under Les Boss once they got going in the American Association. 34 RBIs in 31 games. Played all but one game at first base for Evansville. Ground ball to first. Fregosi down on the knee, picks it up, races to the bag, beats Corcoran. There are 2 down in the Tiger fifth inning. That'll bring up Ben Oglivie, 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout for Benji. He had a very rough night last night. He's still bothered by that bruised right arm, but struck out all 4 trips to the plate last night. Out, base is empty. Tigers batting in the fifth inning. Well, Perry taking a little time. He wanders around, looks around. You could almost call for a newscast between pitches with Gaylord. Maybe bring in an hour variety show. I don't know. Here's the windup, the pitch. Oglivie takes the tie for ball 1. Well, they claim the radar gun caught Gaylord Perry's fastest pitch last inning at 90 miles an hour. If so, he's getting faster as the game wears on. So that John Hiller's best pitch was 86 miles an hour. The pitch from Perry. Swung on and missed. A ball and a strike on Benji. Looking at Corcoran batting. Kemp on deck. Thompson following in the lineup. Good young hitters in the Tiger lineup. Kemp is really hitting the ball well now. The pitch from Perry. Oglivie takes. It's a strike. Ball 1, strike 2 on Benji. Now the windup by Perry. The 1-2 pitch to Oglivie. Foul to the screen. And he just barely stayed alive. Perry's book that he put out a couple of years ago was entitled Me and the Spitter. Really admitting that he used to throw the spitter. Intimating that he no longer does. There's doubt about that. The pitch. Swung on. There's a drive hit deep to right field. Going back is Grieve. He is at the wall, makes the catch and bounces off and hangs on. Nice catch by Tom Grieve. Timed his leap just right. About a stride away from the wall. That ball hit into the gale breeze blowing in from right field. But it's a long out. The Tigers are retired in the fifth inning. They go down 1-2-3, and the Rangers come to bat in their half of the fifth. They lead. It's Texas 5, Detroit 3.
He had a royal set to go on Saturday.
Dave Roberts.
and inside. That got over everybody and away from everybody. Horton ducking out of the way. Arroyo walking around the mound now, picks up the rosin bag. He's as mad at himself as the crowd is mad at him.
2 balls, 2 strikes, Don. Leading off the 5th inning. Now Arroyo settling down on the mound. There's a ball. It's 3-2 now on Will. Tigers, for the first time this season, were held without an extra base hit in the game last night by Doyle Alexander. They corrected that in a hurry tonight, getting a double by Kemp in the first inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Horton grounds one towards short. It's into left field. A base hit for Willing. Beyond the reach of Mark Wagner, between Wagner and the bag at second. So Horton picks up his second hit of the game. He's on first with nobody out. And Grieve, the right-hand batting right fielder, will be at the plate.
Right fielder, Tom Grieve.
Tigers have 3 more on this road trip coming up this weekend in Chicago. They'll be home to greet the Angels on Tuesday night. First visit of the California club, the revamped California team. There's a called strike on Grieve. Tigers will be home for a 9-game homestand that will find 4 different teams visiting. California, Seattle, Oakland, and Cleveland. All coming into town for the first time. That'll be the first appearance in meeting with the Indians. There's a bouncer down the left field side, down the third. Mankowski throws him out at first. Grieve bunting rather firmly to Mankowski, but he had only 1 play. Grieve is awarded a sacrifice, moving Horton into second base. That'll bring up Toby Hara, who doubled in the Rangers' first run of that big 4th inning.
He struck out the first time up against the starter, John Miller. Here's the set by Arroyo. And the pitch to Hara. Check swing foul over toward the Texas dugout.
Fernando has won 2 and lost 2, winning his only start of the year. He has pitched generally very well for the Tigers, had only 1-4 outing. Set by Fernando. The pitch to the plate. It's in the dirt. A ball and a strike on Hara.
Arroyo entered the game with an earned run average of 2.50. Or 2.08, Rod. Now he delivers. Hara swings. The bouncer to the left side. Caught by Mankowski. Checks the runner back to second. And throws Hara out at first. Horton has to hustle back to the bag at second. So they're 2 down now with Willie at second, and Buck Wells will step up. Buck will bat left-handed now against the right-hander Arroyo. Buck is fly to center and walk. 5-3, the Rangers lead the Tigers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Rangers have won both of the 2 previous meetings with the Tigers this season. Arroyo looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Over bit low. Ball 1 and bump.
Now Fernando ready again. Wills takes on the corner for a called strike. 1-1 on him. Horton looking around, getting his lead at second base. Arroyo ready. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back of the plate, back into the stand. A ball and 2 strikes on Bump Wills.
taking a little extra time with 2 down and the runner at second base. A 1-2 count on Wills. Here's the pitch to him. Ground ball down the first base line. Foul outside the bag. Thompson backhands the ball in foul territory. It'll remain 1-2 on Bump Wills. Rangers picked up Bump as their number 1 choice in the draft of January 1975. Hits for better power than his father Maury did. A 1-2 pitch to him. Fouled again behind the plate, back into the stands and out of play. Small screen sticking straight up, no screen on top of them, so the balls get over the screen and into the stands all the time. No cover to speak of here at the ballpark either. Arroyo to the set, and he steps off the slab, bluffing Horton back to the bag at second. Willie and Claudell Washington each have 2 hits for the Rangers. They have a total of 7. The pitch to Wills. He swings and rips a foul into his own team's dugout. Came off the back wall of the dugout and popped out again. Ready to surrender over there, waving the towel. The battle continues at the plate. Wills has been fouling him off. A 1-2 count on him. Arroyo ready again. The pitch to Wills. He swings and bounces one to Thompson at first. He stumbles, drops the ball, picks up, throws to Arroyo, and just got him at first base. That was close at first. That's all for the Rangers in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left after 5 innings. The Rangers 5, the Tigers 3.
We got together to do it better. That's what we did.
When Marathon Oil Company was put together, it was put together to what? The whole idea behind Marathon was to do the job better. So Marathon get the best oil people, and the best pipeline people, and the best refining people, and the best service station people, and throw them all together. We have to do it better. We got together to do it better. That's what we'll do. Marathon Oil Company. We got together to do it better. And we did.
This game is being brought to you by Labatt's, brewed in Canada since 1828. By Detroit Chrysler Plymouth Dealers. See all their 77 models. By Marathon Oil Company. People who got together to do it better. By Champion Spark Plug Company. The fresher your plugs, the better your mileage.
By City National Bank. I got really like your business. Your food. Your American service. And maybe the Detroit News. For you, the Detroit News Real Take Classified. Now, more Tiger baseball action with Ernie Burwell and Pat Berry.
Here we go in the 6th inning. Dave Kimball leading off for the Tigers. Dave has a perfect night at the plate. He has doubled in 2 runs in the Tigers' first inning. And the Tigers got 3 off Gaylord Perry, but they've not been able to nick him for any since then. The first of them, Kemp was awarded an infield single. Here's the Robert by Perry, and the pitch to Dave. He takes the best ball high and low. 3 in the first inning. And then the Rangers exploded for 5 in the 4th. So all the scoring in this game is direct to 3 Texas. Very bad. In other words, very bad to right field. And the Rangers face the right field. Very bad to the very never played a first game. By the time I retire, Dave Kemp.
has now retired 7 in a row, and a double by Milt May leading off the fourth inning. Here's Jason Thompson, who has singled in a Tiger run in the first inning and then struck out in the third. Thompson leading the Tigers in RBIs this year, a total of 22 right now. He's hitting an even 250. Perry fidgeting around out there before getting ready to face Thompson. Check that. Thompson at 260 with a 1-3-2. The windup and the pitch. Foul to the screen. Tigers have had a hit in every inning but the last one, the fifth inning, when Perry set them down in order. Well, Perry now needs one more strikeout to have 2,700 in his career. The windup by Gaylord and the pitch. Low and away. A ball and a strike on Jason. Getting the sign from his receiver, John Ellis. Into the motion. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Thompson. He swings one ball down the left field line and is nicely near the corner. It is a hit the wall, just foul. But kept carrying away from down on the right hand. The hit high up on the left, but foul by about a foot and a half. A long strike on Jason. Off the radar gun on the fastest pitch of last inning, and Perry was much slower, 85 miles an hour. Arroyo hit 87 miles an hour with his fastest pitch. A ball and 2 strikes on Jason Thompson, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. The Rangers in front of the Tigers 5-3. The windup, Gaylord delivers, it's high for a ball, 2-2. North Carolina, Gaylord Perry. Into the motion now. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Thompson. He swings and pops the foul out of play. Wind taking this one deep back into the seats. The addition of Corcoran today did not necessitate the removal of anybody else from the roster. The Tigers were actually one man below the limit, after having assigned Ray Bear outright to Evansville. Rusty Staub out of action again tonight with that pulled muscle in his back. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Thompson. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's number 5 for Perry, and that should be number 2,700. Here's the announcement.
The last strikeout is Bill Thompson. Was the 2,700 strikeout of Eagle Harry.
And they're giving him a standing ovation with the announcement that that strikeout of Thompson was the 2,700th of his long and fabled Major League career. Now Perry gets the ball back and tosses it into the dugout. He wants to save that one. He'll put it up on the mantelpiece at home in North Carolina, up there with the guns where he uses to go home. Now here's Milt May with 2 out, nobody on. Perry has now retired the last 8 Tigers in a row. The windup by Gaylord. He kicks and fires the fastball, caught the inside corner for a strike. Perry has found the groove. lead here in the top of the sixth inning. The windup by Perry delivers. Foul to behind the plate, back up this way. When the Tigers come home, don't forget we're going to have a Irish American night in McLaurin on Wednesday, May 25th. It's the second game of the series for the California Angels. And the following Friday, a week from Friday, it'll be Eagle Day night when the Seattle Mariners make their first appearance ever in Detroit. Here's the 1-2 pitch to May. He swings and hits a soft fly ball in behind shortstop. Kevin Ayers is there. Makes the catch. And the Tigers are retired in order once again here in the sixth inning after 5.5 innings of play. It's the Rangers 5, the Tigers 3.
Well, let's check the scores now. The Chicago White Sox have added 2 runs in the sixth inning. They now lead Kansas City 7-2, playing the seventh at Chicago. Toronto's still ahead of Milwaukee. That's 2-0, with the Milwaukee Brewers batting in the last half of the fifth inning at Milwaukee, the only other games in the American League on this date. In the National League tonight, Houston and St. Louis are tied 3-3 at the end of 4. Cedeno and Cruz have hit home runs in that game. San Francisco and New York, they are scoreless at the end of 2. And Montreal and Atlanta still waiting for the rain to quit. Atlanta has a lead 8-5 in the last half of the sixth. Los Angeles and the Phillies got underway, and it's 2-0 favor the Dodgers in the last half of the second inning. Roden against Twitchell in that one. This afternoon in Cincinnati, the Reds beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 8-3. Norman the winner and Royce the loser.
Before the Rangers come to bat in their half of the sixth inning, let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
Checking the weather for Greater Detroit, partly cloudy skies with warm and humid conditions for the next couple of days. Widely scattered showers late each day with a low tonight in the mid-60s, a high tomorrow and Friday near 90. At 10:32, it's partly cloudy and 79. This is WJR Detroit.
Here's John Ellis to lead off for the Rangers in the bottom of the sixth inning. John had a big hit in that 5-run fourth inning, a 2-run single with the bases loaded. The first pitch by Arroyo is swung on a top foul right back up this way. Not quite far enough, guys. A 2-run single by Ellis KO'd the Tiger starter John Heller in that fourth inning. John nicked for all 5 Ranger runs. Arroyo working on a new baseball now behind the mound. Now he's ready to work. Here's a windup and the pitch. Fly ball hit the left field. It's deep. Kemp going back. He'll have the room. Near the warning track, makes the catch. Well, there's 1 out in the sixth inning, and that'll bring up Juan Benitez. Arroyo's allowed 2 hits since he came on in the fourth inning.
Center fielder, Juan Benitez.
Arroyo looking in, getting the side from Milt May. Into the motion, the pitch is swung on and chopped foul to the left side. Tigers will fly out of Texas tomorrow around noontime to take off for Cincinnati. Get in there and head right for Riverfront Stadium. And they'll turn right around after the game and move on to Chicago tomorrow night to open the set against the White Sox Friday night. It's low for a ball, 1-1 on Benitez. And a reminder again, because it is a departure from tradition, the exhibition game in Cincinnati will be broadcast. Ernie and I'll be on the air with the ball game between the Reds and the Tigers. There's a fly ball hit deep to center field. The floor starts back. He'll have the room. Near the warning track, he makes the catch. 2 long fly balls for the first 2 outs here in the sixth inning. That'll bring up the top of the batting order, Claudell Washington. Claudell is 2 for
2 tonight. He singled his first 2 times up against John Hiller, and then was given an intentional walk in the 4th inning. Toby Harris doubled in the first run. John Ellis singled in the next 2. Juan Beniquez then singled in the 4th run to break the tie, and Bert Campaneris brought in the 5th run as he grounded into a force out. The pitch is taken for a called strike by Claudel. Left-hand hitter Claudel hitting a whopping 343. He's off to a fine season. Now the pitch from Arroyo moves him back. It's ball 1, strike 1. Steve Foucault, the ex-Ranger, now at work in the Tiger bullpen. Tigers trail 5-3. They've done nothing with Gaylord Perry since the first inning when they collected the 3 runs. Arroyo ready, delivers, swung on and missed. He went leaning for that one. A ball and 2 strikes on Claudel. Arroyo walked 1 man intentionally. He has not struck out any. 2 out, bases empty in the last of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Well, that set down the Rangers in order in the 6th inning, and after 6 innings of play here at Arlington, Texas, it's the Rangers 5, the Tigers 3.
Now, from City Mutual Bank, new subordinated notes that make it possible for Michigan residents to earn a steady 9% interest per year for the 7-year life of the notes. These notes are available for as little as $500 and in increments of $100 above that. The 9% interest will be paid quarterly by check or by deposit to a CNB savings or checking account. The offer for the sale of these notes is made only by the offering circular. The notes are not deposits and are not insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or any government agency, and are subordinate to the claims of depositors and other creditors of the bank. For complete details on subordinated notes and how you can earn a steady 9% interest per year for the 7-year life of the notes, visit any CNB office or call 961-2211. 961-2211. City National Bank.
It's difficult in this busy world to keep up with everything that transpires on a given day, but we at WJR News summarize your world for you evenings at 6. This is Jennifer Moore. Join us.
Swinging music here at Arlington Stadium as the Rangers swung ahead with 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. After the Tigers had jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the first, Gaylord Perry cruising along now. Has retired 9 in a row as he gets set to face Bill Mankowski here in the top of the Tigers' 7th inning. And back for the play-by-play as the 7th inning begins. Here's Ernie Harwell.
Thank you, Paul. Hi again, everybody. Mankowski stepping in, and the veteran right-hander Gaylord Perry about ready to go to work. Mankowski had a single in the 2nd inning, then he bounced out first to pitcher covering in the 4th inning. Left-handed to face the right-hander, 5-3. Rangers ahead by 2. There's a ball outside and high. The Tigers had Gaylord on the ropes in the opening inning. After 2 were out, they scored their 3 runs. And from then on, he has settled down and been in charge. 1 hit in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. And as Paul mentioned, the last 9 batters have gone down in succession.
Ooh, the big right-hander. Here's a straight ball, the fastball through the plate. The count even with it on.
Outfield is straight up on Mankowski, and Harold playing in about even with the bag at 3rd. Oh, Perry checks his sign now with John Ellis and goes into action again. Here it comes. He swings to the bounding ball to first base. Fielded by Fregosi, makes the play unassisted. 1 up and 1 away. That's 10 in a row. Set down by Perry. Mark Wagner, the number 9 batter in Ralph House batting order, will be up now. He sacrificed out first and second baseman covering, and he went down swinging. The Tigers scored with 2 out of the first inning on a walk to Tim Corcoran, making his big league debut. He went to 3rd on a single by Ogilvie. They both came home on a double by Steve Kemp, and then Kemp scored on a single by Thompson. John Hiller, the Tigers starter, was touched for 5 runs in the 4th inning. He gave up 5 hits over the course of his action, 3 in the 3rd inning, and then Arroyo came in to put out the fire. Here's Wagner batting now. The right-hand hitting shortstop takes a breaking ball over above the knees for a strike. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors by Texas. The Tigers have 3 runs and 6 hits, and they've made 1 error. Error charged to center fielder Ron LaFleur. Ron's on deck right now. Here's the motion. Here's the pitch. He takes the breaking ball. Strike 2. Getting that slider over. The old master, Gaylord Perry. Checks his time with Ellis after going through all his motions on the mound. He kicks from the heels. Here's a swing and a foul out of play. Tried to sneak a fastball. Wagner got enough of it to hit in the seat, foul. Final game of this 2-game set. The Rangers won last night. The Tigers head on to Cincinnati for their exhibition game for the benefit of Sound Out Baseball there. Mark Fedrich gets back in action tomorrow. Then it's on to Chicago for the weekend, and after that the Tigers come home. Gaylord about ready to go again. Wagner still waiting. For the 0-2 pitch, he swings and rails one back toward the mound. Perry fields it. Here's the throw to Pedroche. Got him. Missed him by a couple of steps at first base. And that is 11 in a row now that Perry has set down. Here comes LaFleur. He's 0 for 3 for the night. He's bounced to second. Foul to the right fielder, Grieve, who made a good running catch in the corner. And the last time up, he struck out. Perry seems to be in command now. There has been scoring in 2 innings. The Tigers got 3 in the first. The Rangers got 5 in the 4th. Other than that, it's all been zeros on the scoreboard here at Arlington. Wind continues to blow in from the outfield. Tigers have left 4 runners on. Perry's walked 1. He struck out 5. Now, the walk came in the first inning. Ron LaFleur waiting on Gaylord. The pitch is swung on and missed. It was a fastball through the letters. Peter Fuentes waits on deck. Now, the Rangers have won their only 2 meetings with the Tigers. They won back in Detroit, you remember, that one-sided game, and then beat Dave Rosema here last night. Here's the motion and the pitch on the way. He takes the strike. There's the fastball. Let her high at the outside corner. He's chipping those corners off on the Tiger hitters now. Another thing that Perry has done, he's gotten ahead of most all the hitters. He comes in with a couple of strikes, and then he can really go to work on them. Now LaFleur digging in, guarding the plate. Here's the pitch. He swings and fouls it away. Just got a little piece of it. And fouled it to the screen. Tigers have not had a hit, not had a runner since May led off the 4th inning with a double. He got the 3rd but could not score. Minkowski bounced to the right side of the infield to get him to 3rd with 1 out. And then Gaylord bore down, and he got Wagner on a strikeout and also LaFleur on a strikeout to kill off that threat. And since then, the Tigers have not had a runner. Here's the pitch. He swings and looks one back in the short right. Wills is back there, has it for the out, and the side retires. Little pop fly picked off by Bump Wills. And for the 3rd straight inning, the Tigers go down 1-2-3. We move to the last half of the 7th in Texas. The Rangers 5 and the Tigers 3.
And you say your car don't seem back. It's real like you. Every time you get together, your engine sounds like you. It just might be you got on the phone. That's how it feels. Sure change the feelings and feelings.
Feeding here from the Texans. Campy Campaneris will be the first man to face him in the last half of the seventh inning. The Rangers lead by 2, 5-3. Arroyo did a good job while he was in there, relieving John Hiller. And now the stocky right-hander Foucault delivers, and Campy takes the strike call. Campaneris is fouled to the second baseman, bounced to shortstop, and hit into a force out to third. 0 for 3 for Campy. And he takes a Foucault curve and tying away. 1-1. Foucault is the third Tiger pitcher now that Ralph Hawks used. There's a cut and a miss. He sent him a fastball about knee-high toward the outside. 1-2 the count on Campy. Rigoberto Campaneris. Now, backing up at third is Mankowski. There's a strike called. He watched that one go by. Campy's called out on strike. Foucault fans the first man to face him. Arroyo went 2 to third inning. Allowed no runs, came up 2 hits, walked 1 and struck out 1. Here's Jim Fregosi playing first base tonight. He's 0 for 2 plus a walk. There's a strike call. Foucault hit that outside corner. Steve, who came to the Tigers in the Willie Horton deal. Now Willie waiting on deck. Here's the windup of the pitch. Fregosi cuts and misses on a low fastball. Strike 2. Well, Tim Hobbs and Warren Lee from Toledo. Warren's also from Bel Air. Sending their greetings back to the Ohio City. There's Tiger fans down here watching the ball game. There's a pitch in too close. 1-2 the count on Fregosi. Outfield around the left, the infield deep. The delivery is very wide from the right end of Foucault. 2-2 on Jim. 3 for the Tigers in the opening inning, but the Rangers bounced back with 5 off Hiller in the fourth. Knocked him off the mound, and that's the story of the game so far here in Texas. 5-3 in the seventh. Here it comes. He swings, and it's a high foul. It'll be out of play back at first base. Thompson drifting over, but a customer has this one. And still a 2-2 count. Jim Fregosi started out in baseball playing for his dad's team out around San Francisco. Here's the motion now. The pitch is a strike call. He struck him out. It's the outside corner letter high, and Foucault is struck out from too many space. Now we get a little bit of a drama with Willie Horton stepping up to face the man for whom he was traded. Steve against Willie. Now Horton so far is struck out. The Tigers got a double play on that in the first inning. Then he had an infield hit in the fourth, and he hit a ground ball over second base the next time up in the fifth. He swings at the bounding ball to third. It is a foul. That one took a bad hop. It didn't matter. Mankowski was over there to field it in foul territory. Lindblad throwing in the Texas bullpen right now. 5-3. The Rangers lead the Tigers in the seventh inning. Now they wind up by Foucault. The pitch to Willie. Swings as the base hit is the left field. A line single fielded on one hop by Steve Kemp. And Horton gets his third straight hit. 3 for 4 for Willie tonight. Here's Tom Green. He struck out, walked, and sacrificed, so that gives him 0 for 1 officially this evening. University of Michigan product. And we'll get a runner for Willie Horton. Willie leading first base. Nobody's come out there yet, but we'll have a runner for him. Sandy Alomar, Santos Alomar, running for Willie Horton. Greaves stepping in now, 5-3. The Rangers lead the Tigers seventh inning. Alomar at first base. 2 down. Thompson will hold on the bag with him, and they've got 2 innings full over near second now, playing a deep second base. Runner goes. Got a good jump. Throw. Nope, there'll be no throw. May held on to the ball. He knew he didn't have a shot. Fulcom let that runner get a big lead. Threw a breaking pitch also, and that meant it was child's play for Alomar to steal second base. May cocked his arm and then decided not to even let the ball go. Well, the Rangers are doing some running, and it paid off for them last night. Grieve looks at a fastball in close, 1-1 the count on Thomas. Minkowski backing up at third. The outfield around the left on Tom Grieve. Fuentes is pulled to his right over to his second. Now he's backing off from that position a little bit. Still trying to keep Alomar close. Grieve hits a fly ball to short left field. Going back is Wagner, coming in is Kemp. And Kemp is there to glove it for the out. No runs on one hit, no errors, a man left. And at the end of 7 in Texas, the Rangers 5 and the Tigers 3.
Let's see to keep the rally going and they're about baseball trivia game. See if you can get on base with this one. Which batter hit 475 homers in his National League career, yet never led the league in any one year? While you're taking your time to think it over, treat yourself to a cool, refreshing Labatt's Blue. It was Stanley and Musial of the St. Louis Cardinals. You in baseball have always made terrific teammates, and people are enjoying baseball even more over a cool Labatt's Blue. So come on, taste for yourself why so many fans are calling for Labatt's Blue. Call for Labatt's, brewed in Canada since 1828. Distributed by Labatt Importers Incorporated, Buffalo, New York.
Labatt's Blue is available in selected markets throughout Michigan. Jay Roberts here to remind you that I stay up late to provide a little night music and conversation on a program called Night Flight 76. Join the evenings at 11:30 on WJR.
The Tigers need some instant runs here now. They trail by 2, 5-3, coming in the 8th inning. Toronto leads Milwaukee 2-0 in the last 5 of the 6th. Chicago has a 7-2 lead over the Royals at Chicago, and that one is in the 8th inning with Kansas City at bat. Only other games in the American League. In the National League, Houston and St. Louis, the Cardinals 5, Houston 4 there in the last 5 of the 7th. The Mets lead the Giants 1-0 in the 4th inning. Atlanta leading Montreal 8-5 in the 8th inning. The Dodgers and Philadelphia, the Phillies lead 3-2 at the end of 2. And this afternoon at Cincinnati, the Reds beat Pittsburgh 8-3. Don't forget, Paul Thierry will have all the scores on the scoreboard show when the game's over, and complete details of the Major League action. Here's Fuentes batting now, left-hand hitter against the right-hander Gaylord Perry. We're in the 8th inning, and the Rangers lead by a couple of runs, 5-3. Here's a strike called on Tito. The last 12 Tiger batters have gone down in succession. After the leadoff double by May in the 4th inning, nobody's been on base. Strike one on Fuentes. Gaylord checks his time with John Ellis and delivers. Here's a bounding ball to second. Easy play for Wills. He flips it over to Fregosi, and there's one down in the Tiger 8th. That'll bring up Tim Cochran in his big league debut this evening. First time up, he walked and then scored a run. He bounced to second and dropped to first the next 2 trips. Gaylord looking out of the outfield. Going through his usual motion, getting ready to pitch to the young rookie, Corcoran. He'll be followed by Ogilvie at the plate. Here's the windup by the right-hander. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air foul back of the plate. Here comes Ellis. It'll be in the seat over the screen. Strike one, the count on Tim Corcoran, young man from California. Bringing a hot bat down there in Evansville, 378. Perry seems to be getting better as the game has moved into the later stages. Little shake at the first when the Tigers got 3 after 2 were out in the opening inning. They've not scored since then. Corcoran waiting on a strike one delivery from the veteran right-hander. Here it comes. He swings and lifts the fly ball to left. It should be caught. Washington is under it near the line. He has it. And that's 2 down. 14 in a row have gone down for the Tigers. Here's Ben Ogilvy, who contributed a single to the 3-run first inning. In the third, he struck out, and in the 5th inning, he lifted a fly ball to deep right that Grieve caught up near the wall. Gaylord making him wait. Ben steps out and takes a couple of practice swings. Says I might as well make use of that extra time. 5-3, Texas leading. 8th inning, Tigers trying to get it going. It's a fastball high to Ogilvy, ball 1. Waiting on deck is Kemp, who knocked in 2 runs in the first inning. Outfield around the right on Ben. The infield is deep and swung around the right, too. Here's a strike call. They got a fastball over. 1-1. 5 runs and 8 hits for the Rangers. They've made no errors. The Tigers have 3 runs on 6 hits, and they've made 1 error. Tigers got all their runs in the first inning. The Rangers got all their runs in the 3rd inning. Now the motion, and here's the pitch. He swings. There's a little looper hit back towards shortstop. Campy has it for the out. Side retired, 1, 2, 3 again. And we go to the last half of the 8th inning. The Rangers come in to bat. Texas 5 and Detroit 3.
When Doug McIntyre goes to look at the roster bat in the 8th field in West Texas, it doesn't work alone. We get together with other marathon men like Leon Gentry, Phil Lemons, and Glendale. And together they go about the business of getting crude oil out of the ground. Doug McIntyre could work alone. The job wouldn't get done as well or at all without the help of Leon, Phil, and Ernie. Because each of them can do something the other one can't. So they get together and do it right. The Marathon found oil. Our oil people got together with some pipeline people. We got together with some refining people. We got together with some service station people. So we could do it better. We got together.
Against Foucault, who's the 3rd Tiger pitcher. Hiller started, went 3 1/3, then Arroyo for 2 1/3. The 5 runs were scored off Hiller. 5 hits allowed by Hiller, 2 by Arroyo, and 1 by Foucault. Foucault worked 1 inning. Hara takes a breaking ball over for a strike. Kobe drove in a run with a double in that 5-run rally in the 4th for Texas. Struck out of bounds the 3rd the other 2 times. That one got by everybody and went to the screen. 1-1, they count on Kobe Hara. Half of the 8th inning getting underway at Arlington. Watch out, he shaved him back that time with an inside fastball under the chin. 2-1 to count on Hara. Bump Wills waiting on deck. Final game of the series. Texas won the first one, and they're winning this one by 2 runs, 5-3. Foucault into action, kicks from the delivers. Here's a high pop-up over near first base. Thompson calling for it. He's in third territory now and makes the catch into the bag. 1 up and 1 away in the Texas 8th inning. Here comes Bump Wells, batting left-handed. Bump has fly to center. He walked and scored a run in the 4th inning, and then he bounced out to first base. Well, for both these games, we've had a big breeze blowing in from the outfield toward the plate each night. and it is still blowing. Here's the pitch. Very wide. The ball one on Wills. Minkowski wide the bag, and even with it at third, the other infield is in normal depth. The outfield straight up on top. He'll be followed by John Ellis. Here's a ball outside. He ran up as if he might bump the ball. Didn't offer on it. 2-0 the count. One out, nobody on the bases. Rangers hit back. Steve Pukoff, the ex-Ranger, pitching through a ball high after the breaking pitch. 3-0. Now looking ahead to the Tiger night, it'll be Kemp Thompson and May. But right now, Pukoff's got to get him out in the 8th inning with one down and then on. The pitch is a strike. That'll make it 3-1 on Wills. That strike loosening up in the Tiger bullpen now. Here's the windup and the pitch. Wills swings and fouls it away. Let's pause for station identification. This is a Detroit Tiger baseball network.
Look for partly cloudy weather tonight with warm and humid conditions over the next 48 hours and widely scattered showers late each day. Low tonight, mid-60s, high tomorrow and Friday near 90. At 11:01, it's partly cloudy and 79. This is WJR Detroit.
Here's the pitch, and he lines it to right field for a base hit. Pukoff tried to sneak the fastball by, and the bump laced a single into right. So Wills is on with the second hit since Pukoff took over. It'll be the ninth hit for the Texans, and the batter now will be John Ellis, who had a key blow in the 4th inning when they got their tie running. Doubled and 2 runs. Single and 2 runs for the most of it. Number 3 up for Ellis right now. Wills got a pretty good lead at first base. And they pitch out, but he's not moving. Ball 1. Five to 3. Texas leads Detroit in the 8th inning. So to first. That first slide gets him back. Willie Horton has faced the attack here with 3 hits. Washington has 2 for Texas. There's a line drive off the glove of Wagner, picked up by Fruides. He throws the first to Thompson. Not in time, everybody's safe. A low liner to the left of Wagner. He dived for it, got his glove on it. It bounded away from him. Fruides picked it up, tried to make the play at first. But Ellis beat the throw for a single. Well, that'll put 2 men on. 1 man out, and now the batter will be Juan Benitez, who has a single in 3 turns at bat. The second hit for Ellis. Benitez struck out, singled in the 4th inning, and then tried to the center fielder before, fairly deep in the 6th. Right-hander against the right-hander. And he takes the ball. Didn't too close. Steve Pukoff. Rangers threatening to add to their 5-3 lead here in the 8th. Tigers hoping to get that double play ball. Steve ready, pitches. It's a curve low and outside. 2-0 on Benitez. Outfield a little bit to left on Benitez. He's a close stance hitter. Swings as they drive to right center. Maybe trouble. Here comes Ogilvy. Giants can't get it. The ball past him. Picked up by the floor, rounding third now and headed home as Wills. Here's the throw, not in time. On the second goes Benitez. On the third goes Ellis. A run is scored to make it 6-3 Texas. A single and a RBI for Benitez, his second of the game, and he takes second in the throw. Run is moved in the 3rd, and in this 3rd game Wills.
The decision by Mark Wagner cost the Tigers that time. He had to play it 2 spots and didn't know which way to go, and he finally threw home after it was far too late to play. He had to play a 3rd, didn't take it, didn't see it quickly enough to make that play. Then went home, and it was way too late.
Got to get a new pitcher here. All right, it'll be Phillips. coming in, and Foucault will leave, and there'll be runners at second and third, and one man down, and the Rangers have gone ahead by 3. It's the hot to two-field, and the ball game. It's maybe still get the credit here for him, upper infield.
Harvey fan, the Ranger fan, Steve came on to begin the 7th inning and started in impressive fashion as he struck out the first 2 he faced. Gave up 1 hit in the 7th, and then with 1 down here in the 8th inning, successive singles by Wills, Ellis, and Beniquez. And Ralph House has decided to call out Bob Sykes. The Tigers, with a number of days off and that exhibition coming up tomorrow, feel free to use the bullpen as much as they can. In fact, Ralph, in going with John Hiller, felt that he would go as long as he could today with him. He wanted to get more action for some of the pitchers, such as Bob Sykes and Steve Foucault. And, of course, Arroyo, working back into the rotation as a spot starter, came in early in the ball game here this evening. Sykes was a possibility to work the game tomorrow against Cincinnati in the exhibition at Cincinnati. But he's coming in here in the late going tonight against the Texas Rangers. Foucault goes an inning in the 3rd and has allowed 1 run and given up 4 hits, but is responsible for both on base right now. The Tigers are going to move that infield up close with still only 1 out here in the 8th inning. Ernie?
Claudell Washington will be the batter now to face Bob Sykes, the Tiger left-hander. Bob making his 7th appearance. He's 0-1 this year. The infield in tight. And Claudell takes a half cut. It's ruled a ball. He checks his swing in time. Ellis is at third base. Beniquez coming down the line at second. Is a bounding ball hit back to Fuentes. He checks the runner now. He's got Beniquez in a rundown and runs him into third and puts the tag on him. They've got 2 men at third, and Beniquez will be the man who's out. Safe at first on the fielder's choice is Claudell Washington. 2 men on third as Beniquez was caught off, and he had nowhere to go. He went down to third. Ellis stayed there. He's safe, and Beniquez is tagged as both of them are on the bag, and it'll be Beniquez who's the out man. So it's fielder's choice, getting Washington safely to first base. And here's Campaneris. Man on first and a man on third. Cappy at the plate. And Sykes delivers. It's a high, hard one. And ball 1 on Campaneris. He's felled in 4 trips. Infield back now. Claudell with a big lead at first base. He goes. There's the pitch. Swung on, laced to right field. Ogilvy coming hard, and he makes the catch on the run. A shoot-out catch by Bill Ogilvy. He backhanded it as he ran in toward the infield. And Sykes does the job. But the Rangers pick up an extra run in the 8th inning off Foucault. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 2 men left on base. So we go to the 9th inning, and the Rangers 6 and the Tigers 3.
J.P. McCarthy's Focus, 12:15 to 1, afternoons on WJR.
Steve Allen.
I've worked on a showboat once before in Lowell, Michigan.
Yeah.
They told me if I was a hit there, it could mean Chesney. So I had to come back and pay that off. I mean, no, great pleasure to do it. I like showboats. You're welcome.
People say, what do you think of women's myth, and have you never felt put upon? I said no, because I was in an industry where men and women were judged according to their personality and their talent.
Well, I realized that, I was young and you make mistakes, and I think that from your failures, a lot of good comes out of them.
J.P. McCarthy's Focus, 12:15 to 1, afternoons on WJR.
Getting it together in the mornings. Tunes of vernacular. That's what we do mornings here on WJR. I'm doing my job. I'm J.P. McCarthy. Join me from 6 to 10.
Tigers batting in the 9th inning. Gaylord Perry has been very tough and getting tougher. He has retired the last 15 Tigers in succession. And for the last 4 innings, they've gone down 1, 2, 3. Tigers have not had a runner since May led off the fourth inning with a double and moved to third on the bounce out. Dave Kemp will lead it off. He's had a double and a single on the bounce out to first base. Double drove in 2 runs, and the Tigers got all their runs, 3 of them, in the opening inning. And right now, Gaylord has a 3-run lead. It's 6-3 in the ninth. Here's a foul back over the screen. Perry's trying to get his 100th American League victory. And joined 2 other great pitchers as the only pitchers who have achieved 100 victories in each league. And those other 2 are Cy Young and Jim Bunny. Strike 1 on Kemp. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses on a changeup. Got him out in front. Strike 2 on Steve. Thompson and May will follow. Tigers trailing by 3 runs, 6-3 in the ninth. Outfield straight up and deep. Infield back on Steve. Left-handed batter waiting on a strike 2 pitch. And he takes the ball. Didn't go fishing on that one. Once again, Perry getting ahead of the Tiger hitters. Been doing that all night since the first couple of innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the motion by Gaylord in the pitch. Swung on and hit high and foul. It'll be out of play. Back in the seats, Gaylord seemed to put a little extra juice on that one. 6 runs, 11 hits for the Rangers. They've made no errors. The Tigers have 3 runs and 6 hits, and they've made 1 error. Don't forget the scoreboard show with Paul Carey when the game's over. He'll have details of the Major League action for you. Kemp still in the batter's box, waiting on Perry. It's the 1-2 pitch again. Swing and a tip foul off the Mirabellis. Batting helmet and goes off the head of Kemp. He has to retrieve the helmet. Tigers got up in front with 3 in the front. They were cruising along, and then came the 4th inning. And started John Hiller. Knocked out of the box. Single by Horton, a walk to Grieve, a double by Harrow, a walk to Wills, and a single by Ellis. Then Arroyo came in. Got the side out, but the 5 runs had scored before the inning was over. Here's the pitch. Swing, there's a fly ball. It's deep to right field. Going back is Grieve at the wall. He has it right at the wall. Sent him deep at the 370-foot marker, but Grieve hauled it in. Kip is out on the long side of right. 16 in a row, set down by Gaylord Perry. Jason Thompson stepping in. Jason singled and drove in a run in the first inning. He struck out his next 2 trips. Outfield deep. He stood away. The infield back on him. 9th inning, 6-3 Texas. Swings as a fly ball to center. Badic is coming in. He's there. Gloves it. 2 away in the Tiger 9th inning. That'll leave it up to Milt May. Set down 17 straight. May, the last man to get on base against Gaylord, and that was back in the 4th inning when he led off that inning. And then there's been no trespass. 6-3, Rangers lead the Tigers. Rangers within 1 out of sweeping the 2-game series here in Arlington. Here's a ball outside from Gaylord Perry. Fastball high and wide. Waiting on deck, Phil Mankowski. Bounding ball to first base. That'll end the game for Gosse as it tags the bag, and Perry has his 100th American League victory. In the ninth, the Tigers go down 1-2-3 in the final score in Arlington. The Rays Tigers 3.
Hi, I'm Ernie Harwell, and I'm here with a couple of competitors in the Chrysler Plymouth Dealers Honorary Tiger Bat Boy Contest. Paul, how does this thing work?
Well, any boy or girl between 8 and 14 can sign up in any participating Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Provided they're accompanied by a licensed driver 18 or older.
That's right. And there's no obligation for signing up.
Then 22 Bat Boys will be picked on June the 2nd. Right, Katie?
Right, 22 winners. One from each Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
And everyone who signs up gets a free Tiger Iron Man patch.
Great. Well, that about does it. So, kids, grab your parents and stop into any participating Chrysler Plymouth dealer between April 18th and May 27th. And sign up for the Tiger Bat Boy Contest. Thank you, Katie and Paul. And this is...
Oh, there's one more thing.
Yes, Katie?
Shouldn't that be that person?
Well, anyway, see your participating Greater Detroit Chrysler Plymouth dealer soon.
Gaylord Perry, after a rather shaky start here this evening, was a magnificent pitcher against the Tigers as he retired the last 18 men he faced to sew up his 100th American League victory, and he now joins Cy Young and Jim Bunning as the only pitchers in the history of the game of baseball to win 100 games in each league. Perry also passing another milestone in this ball game, recording his 2,700th career strikeout as he got Jason Thompson in the 6th inning tonight. Perry settling down after a 3-run Tigers first inning and shutting out the Tigers the rest of the way on only 3 hits and not allowing a man to reach base in the last 5 innings of the game. In the meantime, the Rangers took command of the game with 5 runs in the 4th inning, spoiling the starting debut this season of John Hiller, as Hiller was tagged with the loss. His 4th, he's won 1. The victory for Perry, his 3rd against 4 defeats. Tim Corcoran making his Major League debut tonight for the Tigers as their designated batter. Was hitless in 3 official trips. He walked his first time up and scored a run. But the Tigers could do nothing after the first inning against Gaylord Perry here tonight. The line score for the Rangers, 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. And for the Tigers, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. The Rangers left 8 on base. The Tigers left 4. So the Rangers, the 11-hit attack, led by Willie Horton, 3 singles. Although John Ellis and Juan Benitez each picked up 2 RBIs apiece. The game took 2 hours and 37 minutes to play. A crowd of 10,090 on hand. I'll be back with more details on the game after this message.
Carl Haas informally discusses the contents of the classics on Radio 76. 2 new generations of music lovers. The name of Fritz Chrysler is a legend from a distant past. This far more reflective. Indeed, it was written during Schubert's very last months. And yet, there is in the last movement a sort of a victory over the melancholy which reigned. It was this kind of humanity which pervaded the entire life and the entire career of this great man. And the old refrain is that it is not artistry alone. It's the hit setting of a poem by Goethe, which is known in German as Gesang der Geister über den Wasser. Adventures in good music with Carl Haas. Afternoons from 2:10 to 3 on WJR. Just so you'll know, WJR presents Town and Country the first thing every morning at 5. This is Jim Garrett inviting you to join Tom Campbell and me on Radio 76.
The Tigers jumped on Perry and had him on the ropes in the very first inning here this evening. With 2 out, Tim Corcoran walked, Ben Ogledy singled, and Steve Kemp drove them both home with a double up the gap in right center. And then Jason Thompson singled to score Kemp. It was 3-0 Tigers, but that's all they could get off Perry as he really settled down and retired the last 18 in a row. The Rangers broke through against John Hiller in the 4th inning, scoring 5 times on 4 runs and 1 Tiger error. Willie Horton got things going with a 1-out single. Tom Grieve walked. Toby Harris doubled in a run. Bump Wills walked below the bases. Then John Ellis singled home 2 runs to make it 3-3. Juan Beniquez then greeted reliever Fernando Arroyo with a single to break the tie, and the final run came in on a bounce out by Bert Campaneris. The Rangers adding 1 run in the 8th inning on successive singles by Buck Wills, John Ellis, and Juan Beniquez off the third Tiger pitcher, Steve Foucault. Bob Sykes finishing up for Detroit. So the Rangers have taken 2 in a row over the Tigers here, winning both of the 2 games in this short series. The Tigers have now dropped their last 3 games, stand 3-4 on this road trip. We'll head on to Chicago to resume the trip on Friday night by way of Cincinnati for the Sandlot Benefit Exhibition game tomorrow night, in which Mark the Bird Fidrich will make his debut against Major League batting during the course of the ball game tomorrow. And Eddie and I'll begin with a broadcast of that exhibition game from Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati tomorrow evening. Eddie's program